And we are live, AoK Championship Wrestling Sunday night. We're an hour behind schedule, but we are still here. We are still here for the full 9 matches. We're going to get right into it. We're not going to waste any time with that. We're going to get as quick to the action as quickly as possible here, trying to spit all that out, all at the same time. Number 1 contenders match. Number 1 contenders match coming back here for the tag team titles. The winner of this matchup. Will go on to face the tag team champions at WrestleMania. That's right, AoK WrestleMania, March 31st. Don't miss out on that. We will be here Sunday night, March 31st. Also, with that date in mind, if you are putting in competitors for 2K24, March 31st will be the date that you want to get those in by. Get them uploaded to the 2K24 community creations with the hashtag AoK and be a part of the 2K24 experience. As we head into Season 4, we're kicking off tonight's show with tag team action right out the gate. Buffalo's Unwanted, the almighty Torrance Benjamin, and RWP. These two men looking to snag the number 1 contender spot for the tag team titles, which will be defended later on tonight. BTW, not a segue. They will be defended tonight. The Hinkledimers will get their rematch clause in effect against Pedro the Owl and Coyote Kid here this evening on AoK for the tag team titles. Pedro the Owl and the Coyote Kid defeated the Hinkledimers, but can they keep the belts away from them? It's been the hardcore champion, Psychosis, and his tag team partner, Iceman, collectively known as Destruction Incorporated. Looking to snag up their chance at the world titles at WrestleMania AoK. It'll be our 3rd WrestleMania. WrestleMania 3, Electric Boogaloo. That was dumb. I won't do that again. But welcome in as we get this all set up. Our first matchup just about to get underway. Let's run over the rest of them. Dean Graves here tonight against Chris Nightmare. IKB takes on Vulgar the Clown in a Falls Count Anywhere matchup. Prestige challenges for the light heavyweight title against Chris Chaos in a ladders match. Amaya goes up against Zoe Yuri in a no-holds-barred match. The Punisher and James Coleman, number 1 contenders for the hardcore title. Whoever wins that matchup tonight will challenge that man, Psychosis, for the hardcore title. Casey Gwen challenges Empress for her hardcore. Empress challenges Casey Gwen for the women's undisputed title this evening. And of course, the Intercontinental title up for grabs in our main event as Big Logan Hawk looks to put the Ripper to justice. As Logan Hawk takes on Zack the Ripper in an Extreme Rules matchup for the Intercontinental Championship in our main event. But right now, number 1 contenders for the tag team titles. Winner of this matchup, as I said numerous times here just recently in the last couple of minutes because I talked too much. That's how that is. But regardless, let's get this underway. We got this matchup going here. Yours truly is falling behind. I assure you of that. Torrance Benjamin with the Irish whip sends the Iceman a little tilt-a-whirl there. Brings him the whole way around for that Tilda World. Turtle World? Turtle World. Anyway, outside the ring, Torrance Benjamin with a huge spear, missing the main part of the target, catching Iceman across the lower knee. Holds him up there forever in that stalling suplex. I'm going to turn that into a drinking game from here on out, kids. Anytime you see a stalling suplex, take a shot. That'll be fun. Let's do that. Buffalo's unwanted, getting a little, trying to get this crowd behind them, but I think that was a missed opportunity to do more damage to Psychosis, who's got the German suplex bridged out. Only a 1 count as RWP gets himself freed up from that. All 4 men back in the ring. RWP with a huge slam. Psychosis eats a forearm, and the Iceman. There's her second shot of the night. We're halfway to lit before this match even gets started. RWP around the outside. The Almighty getting a beat down by the Iceman. The Hardcore Champion Psychosis with a big knee to the face. The upper side of the screen. And are we ready for, are we all in for 2K24? Are we all ready for this? Exactly seems to be. I am set. We got the AoK universe nearly completed. Nearly completed. I'm still with you guys. I'm having difficulties getting the monitor going here. I'm still with you. Just being really bad at my job at the moment. There's Torrance Benjamin in a predicament, set out powerbomb. And Iceman picks up a 2 count. Iceman sets it up, big running clothesline. Takes the Almighty to the mat. RWP on the outside. He's been busted open. Standing power slam. Torrance Benjamin. His face has crimson mask. A pinfall attempt. And again 2. The Almighty kicking out at 2. But RWP right here. Right now. Psycho cutter. Rolls his opponent over, and Psychosis, I don't think you realize, look at this. Catching the rope break. Too close to the bottom rope, and Joe Brony needs to take a look here and make sure that the Almighty is able to compete. He is busted wide open above the left eye. Dragon Sleeper Slam. And RWP right back to his feet. The Iceman rocked from that uppercut. Psychosis and Torrance Benjamin on the outside. RWP helping his opponent back up on the inside. Drapes the arm, sets him up. 747 slam. Neither team really having the advantage here. RWP to the top rope. Drops a hammer on top of Psychosis. Torrance Benjamin outside the ring, just coming to his senses here. Caught up in a bear hug as soon as he stepped in the ring. The Iceman looking for a submission right out the gate. RWP back to his feet. The Almighty with that bell clap. And this might do it. Tombstone lung blower. Joe Brody starts the count. And we got #1 contenders. Good golly. #1 contenders for the tag team titles. And Buffalo's Unwanted. Check out some of these replays. You see that lung blower. And that was it.
Here are your winners.
These guys went through a war. Come out victorious, looking to go to WrestleMania. Looking to go to WrestleMania for the tag team titles. Give it up for the Buffalo's Unwanted RWP and the Almighty Torrance Benjamin. Moving right into it, Dean Graves facing off with Chris Nightmare. Nightmare claims that Dean Graves stole the United States Championship, and now he is doing his best to get back into that picture. Title is twice removed now from Dean Graves since Chris Nightmare has made his return. He is still floundering at that level. He needs to get his feet back under him. WrestleMania just a few weeks away, March 31st, here on AoK Championship Wrestling. AoK WrestleMania 3. Let's head to ringside. Check it out. Dean Graves and his valet Tia. Be the first two out here to go up against the Nightmare, Chris Nightmare. Dean Graves will be making his return to AoK for season 4. His contract has been negotiated, has been applied. All parties are happy with the results so far. Thank you 2K for your input and also your limitations. See how many shots you can take before a hanging suplex. Well, I mean, that's, man, you lined them up. I can knock them down. I just don't want to do it every time that we get a suplex. I mean, you probably get lit by the end of the night with just snagging one up when they start. Just doing one for one, you might be alright. It is St. Patty's Day. I'm not knocking one back at this point. But it is St. Patty's Day, so here's to you. Slancha and all that. Aaron Dobrak. Chris Nightmare back to 100%. And as I said earlier, looking to be the United States champion before the end of season 3. Kicking this one off quick. I mean, when I say kicking it off quick, I meant with a big boot straight to the chest of Dean Graves and follows it up with one to the chin. Nightmare coming out Coming out tough here tonight. He sets his opponent on the rope, kicks him right over the top of it. Chris Nightmare on fire here tonight. Tia Graves moving completely out of the way there. Giving plenty of room for these guys to do what they need to do. Graves looking to do a little bit of a surprise attack, but Nightmare right on top of it. Finally able to get some offense up. Graves with a big knee to the face. Chris Nightmare sent to the center of the ring, where the boots continue to rain down on him. Couple of big shots there. Graves taking control of the matchup. Joe Brony almost stepped in the way, stepped in the middle of the way there. Set to the top rope, but Nightmare one step ahead. Saves himself from a sure, certain doom. Nightmare on the ropes. Sent to the outside one more time. And Nightmare over the top rope. Crashing down hard here in front of us at ringside. Nightmare taking the advantage back in this matchup in a big, big way. Our second match of the night, man, and these guys are bringing the heat to AoK. Innovative move here at ringside, and Chris Nightmare has Dean Graves a little bewildered, to say the least. He has come at him from all sides since the beginning of the matchup. Graves in to break the count, or I'm sorry, Nightmare in to break the count. Back to his feet. Things are heating up. Graves tries to make a comeback, but again, Nightmare one step ahead. Reverses into the barricade. Pulls him back in one more time. Referee's count continues here. Chris Nightmare saved the count once. Looks like Graves might be looking to return the favor. May not need to. Both men back in the ring before the count of 10. Fisherman hook suplex, but not enough to hold him. Big clothesline drives Chris Nightmare right back into the turnbuckle and applies the pressure. In this AoK arena, boy, they are getting behind Mr. Graves. Top rope, Nightmare with the kip up, right into the Hurricane Rana, rolls him up, and only gets a 2 count. Is Joe Brony. Joe Brony, I don't want to say that was a slow count, but Joe Brony right there on top of things, so to speak. Little cat and mouse game between the two. Graves hits the ropes, pulls back. Nightmare messing with the drop kick. Sent for the ride. Luthez press. And Nightmare laid out in the center of the ring. Playing possum. Suckered him right in. Big forearm to the cheek. Fires back. The back and forth begins. To the top rope. Dean Graves looking to take flight one more time. Insanity elbow. A pinfall attempt. And a 2 count. Nightmare pulling the shoulder from the mat, but one more time, Dean Graves. 5-point frog splash, nobody home. Chris Nightmare rolling out of the way, super kick to the chin, and Nightmare heading to the top turnbuckle. Nobody home. Nobody home off the Phoenix Splash, and Graves. That may have done it. And a little advertisement for the new 7-Eleven going up there at the end of the corner there by Dean Graves. Graves having words with some of the fans there at the ringside audience. This time Nightmare the one dazed, Dean Graves is taking this match as far as a normal matchup could go. There's a 10 count can end this matchup. I believe referee Joe is up to 6, heading into 7. Nightmare sent into the steps, and Dean Graves heads back in. And Graves stops the count just before 10. And Nightmare thanks him with a big flying clothesline. Reverses it, sends him into the steps for the second or third time this evening. Poison Rana and the action continues here on the outside of the ring. Nightmare, full Nelson bomb. But again, gotta pin him on the inside here. Back in before the 10 count. Nightmare. Chicken wing, that might do it. And not ready for the pinfall. That's super kick. And one to the back of the head. And again he goes topside. A Phoenix Splash. Hooks the leg. Joe Brony starts his count. And Chris Nightmare with the victory in a hard-fought battle on this one. Take a look at some of the replay here. This Luthez press follows it up with a couple of big right hands. And Dean Graves in position for the Insanity Elbow. And the Frog Splash rolls out of the way. And Nightmare, the beginning of the end for Dean Graves. Missing the splash,
here is your winner, the unpredictable Chris.
But hitting it on his second attempt, and that man there coming out, y'all winner, Chris Nightmare. That Falls Count Anywhere matchup coming up next as the leader of the BMF takes on Vulgar the Clown. Interesting matchup. Falls count him down anywhere. Inside the ring, outside the ring. Upstairs, downstairs, in the basement, in the parking lot, down the street, in the pub. Doesn't matter. The AoK referee will be there to count that 3 count. Perhaps to hear a competitor scream, "I quit." They need to bring back the I quit matches to the games. I think they need to bring us back one of those. Also, BTW tag team wrestling has been fixed in 2K24. We'll go right out there and say that they did fix the tag team matches in 2K24, as well as being able to put managers at ringside through the majority of the matches. That's right. Extreme Rules matchup, manager at ringside. Falls Count Anywhere matchup, manager at ringside. Like, they did fix stuffs like that. They did fix stuffs like that. But the first competitor in our third matchup, the Iron Man Ken Bouchard, IKB. taking on the Clown, Vulgar the Clown.
And his opponent, from every man's nightmare, weighing in at 250 pounds.
As Wayne Kerr finishes up that introduction, Vulgar, of course, mainstay of AoK. I'm not sure if IKB can verify that. Was that season 1 or season 2? I think Vulgar was introduced. It was debuted in season 2. I think. I could be wrong. Was it just this season? I can't remember. I can't remember. It's too much. No, it had to be season 2. Season 2. Because he was the champion going into season 3 for the, I believe, the Intercontinental title. And look at this, IKB looking for a quick cover. And Vulgar having none of that suplex bullshit a second time. Big avalanche into the corner, and IKB putting the boots down. The Iron Man with a big overhead slam. The Clown right back to his feet, but right onto the shoulders, right off the back, and into the ropes. IKB, I'm not sure, I think he was testing the tensile strength of the ropes there or something. I'm not sure what he was doing. Falls count anywhere, and IKB turns it into an Extreme Rules matchup. Big springboard off the ropes by Vulgar. Catching him with the clothesline, and IKB with a big running clothesline of his own. Another pinfall attempt. Joe Brony starts the count and only gets a 1. Vulgar in a bad spot already. Back in, back out, back in we go. Face first into the turnbuckles, and IKB innovative breaking the arm around the ring rope. Couldn't go that long. Second weapon of the night. Set of steel steps. Unfortunately, he blinded himself. Vulgar able to hide in the blind spot of those steps the entire time. The battle continues on the outside. A headbutt by the Clown. And a right hand follows it up down to the mat. And Vulgar just beating on his opponent. Pinfall attempt. Gets a 2. Vulgar staying right on top of things here. But Ken, a couple of shots to the belly. And a hanging neck breaker. This could be it. Locking on the last laugh. Looking for a submission on the outside. Cameraman picked a really bad spot here, but nonetheless, IKB able to break free. It was sometimes inappropriate clutches of Vulgar the Clown. Looking for the Boston Crab. Looking for another submission, keeping it on. Ken Bouchard, he is submission after submission here by Vulgar. Spinebuster in a pinfall attempt. Joe gets a 2 count. with the sledgehammer and a clothesline changes his mind. Springboard cross-body, down goes IKB, but no pinfall attempt. Vulgar looking to dish out more punishment, perhaps. Well, that backfired. IKB with a big backbreaker. 2 times. Sets him up. Reverses it. Vulgar may have just saved himself from a Bouchard bomb. And IKB may have just gotten himself into an old-fashioned beatdown. Right hand to the forehead. And Vulgar striking the wrist. Going after the arm of the Iron Man. Huge splash in the corner, and Vulgar is down on the mat. Nah, psych. Reverses it. Pulling armbar, or pulling arm drag. One more time. Another chance. Another last laugh. Couldn't get it locked in on this run. Can't able to get an elbow into the nose of the painted face clown. Up to the shoulder, could be snake eyes, looks like it to me. Reversal, and the clown looking for, trying to get a surprise pinfall. And Vulgar gets it. Gets it. I don't know what happened right there, but IKB unable to kick out after that. Right here, this twisting armbar. That shoulder breaker combination.
Here is your winner.
Taking IKB straight to the mat. And we pick up a celebrating clown. You don't get the. Usually somebody's calling the clown to celebrate. We get to celebrate with him this time, I guess. I'm not sure. Look more into that as we go. Coming up next, the light heavyweight title on the line as Chris Chaos faces off against Prestige in a ladders match. Chaos ready to defend this title. But I don't know, is Chris Chaos ready to deal with the shenanigans that comes with being in a match with Prestige? The light heavyweight title hanging above the ring. The first one out. The challenger.
From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 228 pounds, the king of old school.
The insufferable one, this man. Also signed back on for season 4. Ready to make his return.
And introducing the champion, representing the
Our light heavyweight champion, Chris Chaos,
weighing in at
defended this title proudly over the last couple of weeks.
He is the light heavyweight champion, the Terror, Chris Chaotic.
Can he successfully defend it tonight in this ladders match? Going up against former Intercontinental Champion, former World Champion. Chaos looking to take it to the next level here. Coming into this matchup as the light heavyweight champion. If he can walk out of it as that light heavyweight champion, then boy oh boy, there's a feather in the hat. Prestige set to go. Chris Chaos coming out of the corner a little slower, a little more tentative. Irish whip, pulls him back in with a clothesline. Prestige sets the work on the champ. And wasting no time, zero time, in going out for a ladder. And Chaos looking to fight lighter with lighter. Ladder with ladder. Two ladders in the ring, one set up, and Chaos looking to grab the upper hand early. DDT puts Prestige down, back up, and a clubbing blow to the neck. Chaos. A little too, maybe a little too early for that, buddy. Swing and a miss by Prestige, but Chaos turns his back on his opponent, who turns it into a back suplex. And Prestige, what are these two doing? It's almost like they're ignoring the fact that there's another wrestler in the ring. Back and forth, reversal after reversal, back and forth one more time, and Chaos comes up first. Big right hand, but Prestige back to his feet. Chop and a kick. And again, right, immediately back to the ladder. They're not even paying any attention to the fact that they need to do more damage. Both of them just wanting this title off of this hook and around their waist. And Chaos blatantly ignoring the fact that Prestige was beating on his legs. Face first, and I think Chaos may have caught himself on the lip of that ladder. Prestige takes the fall, big right hand by Chris Chaos, and right back to work. Prestige right back up, and right back to work himself, taking shots at that arm and going all the way to the top of the ladder, leaps off, clothesline from the top of the ladder. And the creepy one pops right back up. Chris Chaos looking to be the light heavyweight champion for the rest of season 3. And he may just do it. back and forth, back on top of the ladder again, and again Chaos in control, and has Prestige reeling and falling to the mat one more time. And this matchup could be going to Chris Chaos. Chris Chaos with the victory over Prestige, remaining the light heavyweight champion. Let's take a look at the replay. He reaches up, he unsnaps it, and then he becomes the winner. There you go. What more of a replay do you need? That belt's as big as Chris Chaos. A hell of a win there. That was, like I said, that is a feather in the cap, I guess. As we get ready to head into some women's action. No holds barred. As the Anomaly Maya takes on AoK's resident ninja. Zoe Yuri misses Money in the Bank briefcase holder. As her number one priority is that briefcase. Briefcase guarantees Zoe Yuri a title shot for the women's undisputed title at WrestleMania. One half of the women's tag team. Try that one more time. One half of the women's tag team champions. The Anomaly Maya.
The following is a no-holds-barred match. Making her way to the ring, representing the Fallen from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, one half of the women's
No holds barred matchup. Anything goes. No disqualification. No count out. Just because we are AoK Championship Wrestling, and when you're watching AoK, we're not great wrestling. We're just AoK. Now back to your regular scheduled program. As Amaya gets a chance to show off her women's tag team title. Of course, those titles will be up for grabs as well come WrestleMania 3 AoK style. She awaits her opponent. There you see it. Zoe Yuri has held that title since the Royal Rumble, or has held that briefcase since the Royal Rumble. Yet to cash it in, says she's not going to. She will use it as a WrestleMania main event if she doesn't cash it in prior. You just never know. Zoe Yuri putting stipulations on her briefcase win. Here we go, ringing the bell. Nothing up for grabs, just bragging rights. And the Maya looking to take the early advantage. Coming up pretty good with it at this point. Yuri with the Irish whip. Turns it around to Maya. Fires off a shot to the midsection. Moves out of the way. Back and forth we go. And Maya from the top rope misses. by mere inches. She just misses her opponent. And Zoe Yuri capitalizing quicker than she can snap an eye here. And Yuri now back in control of the matchup. Series of boots, and down goes Amaya, but Yuri to the top rope. Amaya popping back up, trying to take her opponent by surprise. And no go. The double axe handle still finds its mark. OTM in the house. What's up, up? How goes it? How goes it? Welcome in. Welcome back. I appreciate you being here. And Zoe Yuri in control, but Amaya, never count Amaya out. We know the storied history of Amaya, and do not count that woman out at any point in season 3. Can you count her out? Yeah, before all the fun time starts. Word. Yeah, get that interview in before his main event matchup tonight. He faces Logan Hawk in the main event. This might be the last time he's able to talk clearly. Logan Hawk catches him with one of those big Logan Hawk ham hawks at the end of his wrist. That might be the end of Zach the Ripper speaking freely. Matter of fact, seems to be passing by the broadcast booth at this very moment as Amaya goes under the ring for a steel chair. Yuri snags her up. I thought for sure she was aiming for that chair. Drags her out. Yuri from behind. She missed it. She was... why did she... Oh! Right to the back of the head. Zoe Yuri with that steel chair catching Amaya right in the medulla oblongata. And she popped her right square in the back of the head with that. Amaya back outside and rolls back into the ring, but gets caught up, reverses it, headlock takedown, fires off a missile dropkick, misses with it. And Yuri back in control with a double foot stomp. Amaya struggling to get back to her feet, and that right hand isn't doing her any favors either. Another right hand. Back inside we go. Irish whip. Into the ropes goes Yuri. Amaya drops to the mat and misses with a drop kick. Did Yuri kick her in the shin as she flew by her? Paintbrushes her with that. Good God, she just paintbrushed her with that that steel chair. She's doing more damage to herself with that chair than anything else. Yuri gonna end up knocking herself out. She ain't careful. Done with the chair. That chair has seen enough here. Maybe not. Another shot to the back of the head. What seems to be Zoe Yuri's problem here? Elbow to the nose. Side Russian leg sweep, and down goes Yuri. Amaya trying to regain momentum. Boots the back, follows it up, slamming her wrist on the corner of that chair. Again with that chair. Yuri center of the ring. Amaya perched up on top. ZA, what's up? Jumping in the chat. What's up, my friend? Just in time for the pinfall attempt. Yuri shoulders her down. Amaya gets a 2 count. Ooh, Yuri using her ninja powers and doesn't follow through. She hesitated. Why did she hesitate? Monkey flip, and down goes the ninja, trying to fight back. She had her in that. She had her with that, but she didn't make contact with the chair. That's I'm dumbfounded by that. DDT by Amaya, even flow, and Joe Brody starts the count. Yuri kicking out at 2 1/4. Goes for the Hurricane Rana, roll up again, but Yuri reverses it to a power bomb, and again back to the chair. Amaya, a little back and forth between the two. Nobody really wants hit with a chair by the looks of it. Yuri with a DDT. The right hand continues on. Zoe Zag finally hits the Zoe Zag, and that could be no. And this just coming down the pike, Zoe also signed on for season 4. Wow, what a chair shot. Zoe Yuri returning to AoK for season 4. And she is looking to go into it with some momentum here. And that chair is done. A second Zoe Zag. Amaya, shoulders are down. Joe Brony starts his count, and another kick out. Yuri has no idea what left to do. Another even flow from Amaya. Zoe, shoulders down, reach out and grab the rope. She kicks out at 2. Kicks out clean at 2. And back up to her feet to fight on. A low running drop kick. Catching Amaya right at the base of the neck. Suckered her right in, face first to the turnbuckle, drop kick to the back. And again, the back and forth between these two is unbelievable. Rolls her up, double foot stomp. She almost tripped herself jumping on that chair. The referee should get that chair out of there if it's no use to anybody. It's a hazard. Yuri with a running avalanche. Nah. German suplex from the electric chair. Hooks the leg. Joe Brony in for the count. And Yuri picking up the victory on this one. No holds barred matchup. Amaya falling short just by a few. This is a hell of a matchup as well. Zoe riding some momentum into WrestleMania. Will she cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase? Or will she hold it for a guaranteed spot at WrestleMania? Alright, we'll know by WrestleMania or then. We'll know by or on. Our second number 1 contenders matchup for the night. The Punisher and James Coleman. Number 1 contendership for the hardcore title. the only title that James Coleman hasn't held. He needs this win to grab up just that ever so closer to WrestleMania. If he can beat Punisher, then he will face off with Psychosis for the hardcore title, the winner of this matchup. Winner of this matchup going on to see Psychosis in the ring for the hardcore title tonight. The Punisher from the BMF. Not a good night for the BMF. IKB falling victim to Vulgar a little earlier this evening. Punisher setting up to go one-on-one against the unpredictable James Coleman. As OTM rattles off old EA Sports slogans. Get your head in the game. Extreme rules do apply in this one.
And his opponent from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 225 pounds, the unpredictable James Coleman.
Needs this victory to go on to the #1 contender for that hardcore title. This ought to be an interesting matchup. Later half of this show, it is nothing but titles. We got the #1 contender for the hardcore title matchup coming up on your screen as we speak. But the Hinkledimers get the rematch for the tag team titles coming up next against Pedro the Owl and Coyote Kid. The Empress Sparrow will challenge Casey Gwen for the women's undisputed title tonight. And Zack the Ripper defends the Intercontinental title against High Justice Logan Hawk. Talk about some high justice. Coleman just launched Punisher into his knee. Quick little celebration and a right hand to follow it up. Rolls out of the way, BMF. Catching that cross body off the springboard. James Coleman on fire at the moment. Sends his opponent into the ropes. Shoulder tackle gets him nowhere. Punisher picking up the loose ends. And a decapitator. Quick cover. And he gets a 2 count. Big overhand punch. And an avalanche of a clothesline in the corner. Outside the ring we go. The Punisher turning it up. Coleman waiting for it. Waited till the table was out of the way and feeds him a full suicide dive. Punisher fires back. A couple of right hands. Kick to the midsection. Kick to the ribs. And Coleman in trouble. Headbutt. Oh, man. Coleman's face just smacked off that ring apron, off that headbutt. I think he did more damage off that headbutt, or off that ring apron, than he did the actual move. Hurt himself more on the bump than he did the move. Good golly. I'll vouch for it. I've talked to him once or twice. Into the corner he goes. Into the corner, reverses it. Into the barricade, and both of these men. Hardcore title. A chance at the hardcore title. These two are willing to kill each other now just for a chance at it. Extreme rolls apply. A side slam puts Coleman on the floor. Punisher. A series of elbows. And a stomp to the face. Lung blower, and down goes Coleman again. Coleman staggering back up from behind, ripcord knee, and Coleman laid out at ringside. Man, if Punisher would have hit him with that in the ring, he may have gotten him, but I think there's too much time is going to pass unless he's got Coleman completely knocked out. And Coleman brings the shoulder up at 2. Punisher back under the ring, looking for a baseball bat. Equalizer, so to speak. Back and forth with the bat, and nobody gets an opportunity here. Big backbreaker, pendulum. The pressure he's putting on him. Coleman with retaliation takes it back into control. Crashes him hard into the barricade. And finally the baseball bat. 2 to drop him. 3 to keep him down. And Coleman fires off a 4th and 5th. Before eating a right hand by the Punisher. And a side slam, down he goes. Abdominal stretch. And Coleman. Nice reversal on that. That was smart thinking just to change his own momentum. But unfortunately, the strength of the Punisher keeping Coleman at bay and keeping him in check. And the baseball bat twice to the coconut. Coleman fires back with a big drop kick of his own, but too much crowd interaction. He finds his head bouncing off the barricade for the 15th time here in this matchup. Back and forth again. German release. Coleman turns his back on his opponent to spend time with the crowd, and unfortunately that may have been a mistake. Kendo stick, and that one might have done it. And Coleman barely kicking out on 3. You can see the frustration starting to show on Punisher. Coleman, love him or hate him, that kid's got he's got some moxie, you know. Love him or hate him, man, he's as tough as they get. Sets him up on the top turnbuckle. I'm not sure what. Look at this from Coleman. What are you? I'm not calling that. I'm not calling that. I'm not calling that. I don't care. Wow. James Coleman. James Coleman turns it around with that clothesline. Sends him into the ropes. Into the turnbuckle and follows it up with one hell of a kick. And a pinfall attempt. And the champ, I'm sorry, he's not a champion. The Punisher kicks out at 2. And the kendo stick, turnabout's fair play. And a right hand is right where it gets him. A couple of big clubbing blows across the back. Yeah, I'm sure of it. Punisher, he might have been tag champ at some point. Did BMF hold the tag titles this season? We got a pinfall attempt. Coleman's shoulders are down for the count of 2. No, they did not capture those. I think he was a hardcore champion a couple of times, maybe. It was maybe a tag, yeah. I think he was a hardcore champion or cruiserweight at one point. I got a list here somewhere. I'm sure of it. You've seen it. Well, they're not the champions at the moment, but they are. They do get their the opportunity to regain their tag titles back tonight. So we'll see what happens. The Pedro the Owl and the Coyote Kid have been tag team champions for 6 days. We'll see what happens. And Coleman with the crippler crossface. Punisher, he could grab the rope. I just don't think he knows where he's at the moment. He could grab the rope. But he's going to try to power his way out, and he succeeds. #1 contendership for the hardcore title on the line here. And Coleman with a guillotine there, and now the steel chair goes to work on the leg of Punisher just for a single swipe. What was that all about? Kendo stick to the midsection. And he just busted the Punisher open with that last shot. Coleman rolling out of the way to get some separation, right back into it for the Irish whip and the kendo stick. Using it, spearing his opponent in the midsection. And a big headbutt puts Coleman back down. Boot to the chest, boot to the chest, clothesline to the neck. And James Coleman eating a couple of knuckles. No sandwiches, just bare knuckles. Irish whip sends his opponent into the ropes. Spinning elbow, but falls short of it. Didn't quite catch him with it. Coleman, awful lot of threatening with these weapons, but not following through with any of them. Look, he hit him so hard he landed on that chair. He clotheslined himself onto the chair. And the Punisher fires off more. Big boot to the head. That spinning kick to the skull may have just done enough damage for a leg drop to finish it up. And Coleman kicks out again just before the count of 3. Moxie, I tell you, the boy's got moxie. Punisher circling back around. Coleman, couple of shots back out. Snap suplex. And right back to the kendo stick, busting it over his opponent. And it could be time for the A-Town down. Is that enough to keep the Punisher down? Do we have a #1 contender for the hardcore title? We do. James Coleman fights his spot at the hardcore table. A-Town down, pulls it off. And Punisher coming up short.
Here is your winner, the unpredictable James Coleman.
One step closer to rectifying the claim of Grand Slam champion. Hinkledimers is looking to recapture tag team gold here tonight against Pedro the Owl and the Coyote Kid. Looking to recapture it for the 5th time this season. that bump, that face bump he took on the ring apron off that headbutt probably did it. He went down like a rag doll. I don't think Coleman knew where he was a good portion of that matchup. Look how strange this looks. Look, it looks so strange that Cletus went out and got himself a United States title. He said he don't like being without a belt. So for season 4, we'll run over the signed contracts. The contracts that are on the desk of AoK leadership. Prestige, Lilith, Vulgar the Clown, Alice Angel, Zoe Uri, and Dean Graves. Those names have been solidified and fully signed for season 4. Negotiations are open. We've spoken with Bud Marvelous. He has been a bit of a recluse since his split with Prestige. There's been some talk, but so far we have not come to agreeable terms for both parties. We are about to talk about some tag team wrestling. As Pedro the Owl and the Coyote Kid able to take the titles away from the Hinkledimers, but now can they keep them away from the Hinkledimers?
The following contest is a tag team.
As Wayne Kerr finishes on here about what's going on, it'll be an Extreme Rules matchup.
World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight.
Pinfall or submission, the only way to win.
48 pounds. The Bludgeon Brothers. And their opponents.
Twin brothers from Stillwater,
361 pounds. They are the
ready to take back the belts. I said, man, you can take them away, but can you keep them away? 4-time tag team champions. Not the guys that are holding the belts now, the challengers, 4-time tag team champions. Pedro the Owl and the Coyote Kid able to finally get their first tag team win against the Hinkledimers. Their first win for the season. Just last week, just merely 6 days ago, they made the win. Now they have to defend the titles. And here we go. And the Hinkledimers facing up square with Pedro the Owl and the Coyote Kid. Big drop kick off the springboard. One more time, Coyote Kid just obliterated. Just obliterated. I hate to say it. He just obliterated Jenna Taylor. Jenna Taylor went down hard. Look, this bitch back up. I think her neck's broke. Did he break her neck? No, she alright. She's gonna walk it off. She's gonna walk it off. This is gonna take forever for pinfalls. Coyote Kid, you better watch, man. You better watch you don't go outside the ring. She's gonna count you out for 10. In an Extreme Rules match, you're gonna lose it for a 10 count. Again, neither team really with the upper hand here, as we have the Coyote Kid keeping Cletus at bay, while Omer, well, look at this, we spoke too soon. The tag team champions in control, but gets sidestepped. Big sidestep by Cletus, or by Omer, as Cletus takes a butt cheek straight to the forehead. Off the Coyote Kid, coming around the corner. When he comes in a big right hand. Coyote Kid with a moonsault. Multiple standing moonsaults at ringside onto Omer Hinkledeimer. Cletus looking to even the odds here. They are 2-on-2, but the Hinkledimers are getting their asses handed to them here. Pedro the Owl and Coyote Kid know what they're up against. But unfortunately, what you can't do is get separated when dealing with the Hinkledimers. Pedro with a huge dive. With a huge dive to the back of the head of Omer. Unfortunately, not enough to keep him down as he has focused his attention on Coyote Kid. Pedro now in the clutches of Cletus. Looking for a submission, looking to break the arm, perhaps the neck of the tag team champion. Cletus sent into the steps, and Omer dropping knowledge here. Oh, Jesus. Double team action there and almost killed Pedro the Owl. Abdominal stretch applied by Cletus. Nope, that's Omer. Cletus is getting his head kicked in by Pedro. Reversal by the Coyote Kid. Big back suplex by Cletus. Pedro to the top rope. Makes the leap. Double axe handle down on Omer. Ducks under. Pele kick. Puts down both Hinkledimers. Pinfall attempt, but too soon. As Omer makes the save. The Coyote Kid staying low, comes back out with a steel chair, trying to keep a low profile, but ends up getting two right hands from the twin brothers. Knee to the face, and Pedro taken for the ride. German suplex, holds on to it. And a steel chair shot straight to the head of the Coyote Kid, follows it up with another. And Omer's having a stroke. Omer's having a stroke. He's alright now. It passed. It passed. We're good. Double team action by the Coyote Kid and Pedro the Owl one more time, but not enough to follow it up the second time. I think these teams are just trying to one-up each other. Howl at the Moon and nobody there to answer the call. makes the save. Cuts off Jenna Taylor on the way by. Man, that's hard to say. Atomic drop in the Hinkledimers. Looking pretty good against the tag team champions. Pedro, numbers are against him. Trying to fight back, but the numbers are just too much. Coyote Kid sneaking in from behind, but Omer hits the fairy tale ending. And that might be all she wrote for the title reign of Pedro and Coyote, but another kick out keeps it alive. Here we go, here we go. The challengers, the former champions, looking to make it 5 times this season. Coyote Kid tries for a kick, gets caught up. Omer in the ring. Just bringing one chair and just letting it lay there. Pedro, wow, where did he come from? Coyote Kid with, I wouldn't say a huge splash. Hurt himself in the process. Spine buster. Down goes Coyote Kid. Pedro ducking under the big boot. But Cletus with the hammerlock DDT. And we got a pinfall. World titles on the line, and the Hinkledimers have recaptured the tag team titles for the 5th time. Pedro the Owl just knocked himself out. I hope they show that here. He just ran into the Herculean chest of Cletus, and that was all she wrote.
Here are your winners, and the
So Cletus keeps his lucky horseshoe in that front pocket of his overalls. That's what it is. Your tag team champions for the 5th time, the Fighting Hinkledimers. What a fight that was, man. Cletus all kinds of busted open. Let's head into it. Women's Undisputed up next. Falls count anyway. Had our belts commissioned out. We have our season 4 remade. Season 4, our belts will be coming back. The world title is at AoK headquarters, as is the hardcore title and the women's undisputed title. I believe the tag team titles are just about finished as well. Could be wrong. Could be wrong about that. Ring announcer Wayne Kerr trying to turn your mic on, Wayne. There you go. The Undisputed Championship up for grabs. The women's hardcore champion making the challenge. The Empress Sparrow, the hardcore champion for the women's division, looking to walk out of here with a belt for the other shoulder. Which I can't wait. We get bounced over. Season 4 comes around. We have title for titles. They did make enough corrections to make it worth our time this go round. I don't know what today's patch was all about. They did put out a patch this morning or this afternoon. I didn't get to see what the patch notes were on, but hopefully they made some adjustments. As we said, the managers definitely needed some help. Now, let's see. Let's bring it up here while we're talking. Give you guys the heads up of what they did. Patch notes. Fix some stability issues that needed addressed. Reported concern related to lighting within certain arenas not displaying correctly. Reported concern related to Seth Rollins' 14 entrance. Some ring announcer playing the audio twice. They did some address some concerns on illegal tag interference. Hope they got that straightened out. Improve the leaderboard stability and the faction wars rewards. Community creations. Addressed concern related to presentation. Presentation name being unavailable when creating a superstar. And also related to colors failing to be saved in the create an arena. Addressed reported concerns related to general gameplay settings not being applied to Universe. And some guest referee meters not being enabled online. So, nothing that really changes too much. Looks like it was just a little bug patch. Women's Undisputed Champion right in front of you. Looking to hold on to her title tonight. No easy task when going against the Empress Sparrow. Another multi-time champion. Matter of fact, if she walks out of here tonight as the women's champion, it will also be her 5th title reign for this season alone. The Undisputed Champion in control of the early stages of this matchup. This turns it around, flat lines her center of the ring, just shy of center of the ring. And Empress with those right hands, so deadly with them. They come out of nowhere, right into the ribs of an unsuspecting opponent. An apron DDT. It's what you get when you put the Undisputed Champion against a hardcore champion. In a Falls Count Anywhere matchup. Joe Brony right at ringside to keep an eye on things. Casey looking to keep it sportsmanlike. Just kidding. She's looking to be AoK all the way. Empress backing off of the kendo stick. Gets a shot in before getting it taken away from her. Casey now on the receiving end of it. And a triangle choke. This chin lock type of chokehold. Able to break free, but for how long into the barricade we go. Rolls her up. Joe taken by surprise. That's like a 5 count right there, Joe. King Kong Bundy could have won the matchup on that count. Come on, man. Standing moonsault, well placed by Empress. Ringside area on their feet. Here tonight just to get the action as close as possible to home. up, steps around looking for the figure four. Empress looking to make this a submission. And Casey reverses it. The undisputed champion able to delay a victory from Empress. Kendo stick in hand, Superman punch. That rocked the jaw of Casey. I mean, that's solid right hand. As we fight back up around to the ramp side of the ring. And a clothesline from behind. Right back to her feet, and Empress comes up swinging. And again, there they are, those rabbit punches. I told you, she is deadly accurate with them. And back to the figure four. Can she lock it down a second time? She sure did. Casey able to roll it over a second time, able to break free and to keep this matchup alive, but being able to walk is kind of an important part of being the heavyweight champion. Swinging a miss with a boot, but that baseball bat found its mark. Look at this. Casey catching her in that guillotine choke. But the Empress just too strong for it. She's just a beast. Low fireman's carry. This amateur move there and a big right hand. Nice Greco-Roman punch to the face. Casey missing with the Superman punch. And unfortunately, dazed herself there with it. And the Empress wasting no time to follow it up. Again, those right hands. Physics-defying handspring of our back handspring. Drop kick to the top of the head. Casey back to her feet, ready to keep fighting. DDT. Casey over the top rope, dives out, makes a connection, and goes for the cover. She may be walking away here with a victory. No, only two. The Empress kicking out at two, but ends up at head-to-head. No pun intended. With the world champ with that big headbutt. Runs her into the ring apron and looking for a baseball bat. Casey Gwen, the world champ. It's not a shortcut if it's an Extreme Rules match. Irish whip into the corner goes the champ. Empress, Superman punch, hits the ropes and follows through with the spear, taking her out with her own moveset, and only gets two. Oh, a shot to the head. And Casey just brushing off some of those blows, but they have found their, they have started to find their mark there. Rolls her up. Only a 1 count. And Casey with the baseball bat. These two women putting it out there tonight. Super kick caught by Casey Gwen. And the women's undisputed champion feeling pretty confident at the moment. Out for the kendo stick, but walks right into that backbreaker from the challenger. And Empress just rubbing her face in the mat. That is the women's undisputed champion. She did that too. Big suplex by the champ. And Empress had to step out of the ring, catch her, get her bearings back after that. Irish whip. Over the top rope, sent to the outside. Casey Gwen with the kendo stick to the outside around the top half of the screen. 2, 3, 4 shots, and Empress still standing and fighting back as she shatters that kendo stick across the world champion. That thing shattered everywhere. There's bits and pieces of that thing inside and outside the ring. Joe Brony not in position at all to make that count. Only 2. I blame that one on Joe, in my opinion. Casey with another DDT, and this one plants the hardcore champion outside the ring. Casey Gwen in control, puts the boots to the fingers of the challenger, and looking to take it back inside perhaps, or just looking for more weaponry. Just looking for more weaponry, catching her coming through the ropes. Pinfall. There's 2, and again, we get another kick out. Empress Sparrow still with some fight left in her. Carries the world champ across the ring and into the middle of it. Into the turnbuckle, throws her out, goes for the pinfall. And again, not enough to keep the champion down for the 3. But here's the thing, the Empress, not one to give up. And this pump handle STO may just crown her for the 5th time Women's Undisputed Champion. No. Kicking out at 2. She thought she had her, and now Casey Gwen is going to pay for that kick out. Now fires back. Into the ropes, over the ropes. Empress Sparrow staying on the attack, keeping this to the hardcore side. As we get another pinfall attempt. And a brand new Women's Undisputed Champion. Casey Gwen dropping the title here tonight to the Empress. A dual-wielding champion one more time. Hardcore title and Women's Undisputed title. The Empress Sparrow, your 5-time Undisputed Women's Champion. Which means she's been just as dominant in the women's division as the Hinkledimers have been through the tag team division. Give or take. As we get ready to go into our main event, Logan Hawk versus Zack the Ripper. Extreme Rules matchup to call it a night. Logan Hawk looking to walk out of here the Intercontinental Champion. Zack the Ripper looking to remain a dual-wielding champion. This man carries the world title as well as the Intercontinental title. Logan Hawk looking to take some of the weight off the man's shoulders. About 10 pounds of weight off the shoulders of Zack the Ripper. Let's head down and let Wayne Kerr do some of the introductions. Turn your microphone on, Wayne.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match and is for the Intercontinental Championship.
I'm going to go radio silent, or continue this radio silence, as the big man Logan Hawk makes his entrance to ringside. High Justice Logan Hawk, the challenger for this Intercontinental title match. And he is ready to go against the Grim Creeper, Zack the Ripper. Your World Heavyweight Champion, your Intercontinental Champion. Took this man all season to finally get to where he's at now. It took him all season to get here. It wasn't until he started hospitalizing people that they finally got noticed. Not until he took out 2/3 of the squad, put them in shared hospital rooms, took them out long enough and close enough together that they could share a hospital room. Dual wielding champion, the Grim Creeper, Zack the Ripper, is here to fight. And Logan Hawk is just the man to give him exactly what he's looking for. We have one last word here with Zack the Ripper before this match starts.
Weighing in at 355 pounds, Justice Logan.
The real deal, Logan Hawk.
His opponent from the edge of reality, weighing in at 276 pounds. He is the Intercontinental.
He sure is the Intercontinental Champion. And this is going to be a battle that only head official Joe Brony would be able to officiate for us. Logan Hawk is a big, big man. Locks him up and slammed hard into the corner. Logan Hawk. Jesus, Logan Hawk starting this match off with nothing but sheer brutality. Coming back with a set of steps. Zack the Ripper looking for a gun. Oh, steel chair. Whatever. My bad. Steel chair. They fight over it. Nobody gets the steel chair, but Logan Hawk don't need one. Big back suplex, and the champion is in bad, bad shape at the beginning of this matchup. Reverses it, takes him down with the clothesline. And the Ripper looking for an early win here. I don't think he's going to get it like that. I don't think a kick and an elbow drop is enough to keep Logan Hawk down. That might do it though. The downward spiral could have caught him. Logan Hawk rolling out of the ring, coming back and bringing the steps with him. And Logan Hawk just ate that chair shot and still grabbed Zack the Ripper up in a bear hug. He ignored that chair shot to the back. Down on the steps, knocking the steps completely out of the ring. Zack the Ripper hesitated. You should have nailed him. You should have nailed him. Ripper right back up. These two men battling it out here. Big power bomb, and the Ripper a little slow to his feet, but he is back up and trying to fight back. Logan Hawk standing over his opponent, but no victory yet. Celebrate too early. Zack the Ripper, though, not putting up much of a fight at this point. Able to fight back, able to lift the big man into that German suplex. Back to his feet, coming in tough. And Logan Hawk taking this one up the ramp. Man, what a power slam. Logan Hawk does love himself some diamond plate. I think it's his favorite weapon. To change his name to Chromehead Logan. He loves himself some diamond plate. Zack the Ripper trying his best here against the big man. Gets him over with that belly to belly. These two men, man, it's not Falls Count Anywhere, but it is an Extreme Rules match. Hammerlock side slam, and Logan gets caught up in this downward spiral. I think these two somehow got themselves pretty evenly matched out here. This is definitely not a one-sided matchup. And Zack in the driver's seat for this portion of the event. Ducks under again with the downward spiral. Staying on him, staying on him. And Zack the Ripper is on fire. He is pumped. Blocked. Logan with a right hand. And the series to follow it up, and one big one right between the eyes. Look, that's just so violent we had to turn the spotlight off for it. It was too violent to be seen on television. Back and forth, man. These guys are going at it. There is no quarter ass nor giving between these two. Face first onto that metal base, driving the face and skull of Logan Hawk into the metal base of that barricade. that separates the fans from the action here. And Logan Hawk, you can see the blood forming across the front of his forehead. The Ripper with a rib breaker that may have lived up to its name. I don't know if Logan Hawk's the person you want to be doing that around, dude. I don't know if that's... This is turning into a brutal matchup here. But we have not seen brutality till season 4 kicks in. We're about to see some of the bloodiest matches we've ever seen in AoK. I've done the test runs. I've put these guys through the paces against the... I will say this much: I have yet to put them against each other. I will not. I don't test them against each other. I don't like to do that. But they do take on the legends of wrestling, and they do take on the current superstars of wrestling. And by golly, AoK is going to be a rough place to survive this season, man. It is going to be a rough place to survive. And Zack the Ripper now looking for the diamond plate. Logan Hawk sidestepped by Zack the Ripper, going for that flying shoulder tackle. And the Ripper again, really wanting that diamond plate to be an accessory here. Into the barricade. Intercontinental title up for grabs in this Extreme Rules matchup. Logan Hawk from across the arena lands that lariat. Big power slam by the challenger. And Zack the Ripper just being absolutely manhandled at the moment. In comes the sledgehammer. No, Zack able to break free of any kind of wrongdoing there. And a power slam of his own. Logan sent to the barricade, and Zack the Ripper now looking under the ring apron. Ripper around the corner, catching his opponent with a clothesline. And poor Zack still unable to use the diamond-plated steel steps. Meets his opponent outside the ring and meets him and greets him with a clothesline of his own. Logan Hawk. What's he doing? Powerbomb right into the ring apron. And Zack the Ripper, the Intercontinental Champion, is in a world of trouble. Out on his feet, coming to just in time to eat a steel chair. The Ripper trying to get back to his feet, rolls out of the way of another shot and fires back with a clothesline. Zack bringing out ladders left and right. Anything. Anything to stop this monster. STO. Downward spiral right onto the ladder. Nah. Snap suplex. And right back to his feet. Logan Hawk will not be stopped. Back inside the ring. Steel chair in hand. Logan Hawk re-enters. But the Ripper, nah, don't do it. 1888 on the steel chair. Zack the Ripper. Zack the Ripper with an 1888 on the steel chair to solidify the win. Straight down onto the chair, and that, my friends, is how AoK belts are defended.
Here is your winner, and still Intercontinental Champion, Zack the Reaper.
He looks as surprised as anybody. He looks more surprised than we do. Zack the Ripper with a big victory here. Oh boy. WrestleMania looking a little bit different as we get closer and closer. Let's take a look at these numbers. Let's see what's what. What? Back over the show. Quick recap. New #1 contenders for the World Tag Team title is the Buffalo's Unwanted. Dean Graves taking a loss to Chris Nightmare. Big matchup there tonight. Those two battled it back and forth. The Iron Man falling victim to the last laugh of Vulgar the Clown. Chris Chaos winning a ladder match against Prestige to retain the light heavyweight title. Zoe Yuri picking up the victory over Amaya. The Punisher falling short of becoming #1 contender for the hardcore title. That honor goes to James Coleman. The Hinkledimers recapturing their World Tag Team titles. Empress now dual carrying the Women's Undisputed title as well as the Women's Hardcore title. And Zack the Ripper, as we just saw, put an exclamation point on his victory against Logan Hawk in that Intercontinental title win. News: the Hinkledimers, tag team champions. Empress Sparrow, the women's AoK undisputed champion. Let's look at the power rankings quickly here, and then we'll deeper dive on the next round. There's Zoe Yuri, Zack the Ripper, Torrance Benjamin, Omer T, Hinkledimer, the Coyote Kid, top 5. Cletus, the other half of the World Tag Team Champions and the United States Champion at #6. RWP at #7. Empress, the Women's Undisputed Champion. Casey Gwynn and James Coleman in the top 10. So as far as I want to look there, I do want to jump over to the next show and see what might be in store for us for this first week of April. Triple Threat Headhunter, Vulgar the Clown, and Angus Gordon. We'll talk. Card subject to change, BTW. Eric Coleman, Bud Marvelous, Tank, and Adam Boone. We'll talk. Trevor the Lawman and Nova. We'll talk. Logan Hawk and Prestige with the women in the corner. Maybe. Maybe. IKB versus Cameron Sawyer. Maybe. Empress Sparrow, Morgan Quinn. Ooh, hardcore title. Looks like a hardcore title match. Isabella and Aylin Potter. Seen her in a hot minute. Let's set that up. I'm sorry, Pedro the Owl and Coyote Kid. That does not work out that way. And James Coleman for the world title. Coleman's got other things to worry about. But that's not out of... We'll see. We'll talk. We'll see. We'll see. We'll talk. Zoe Yuri, Zack the Ripper, Torrance Benjamin. Doesn't look like anything changed as of yet. James Coleman in your top 10. So let's finish out the top 20. Remy at 11, Logan Hawk at 12, Vulgar the Clown your top 13, Pedro the Owl and Psychosis rounding out your top 15. Chris Nightmare, number 16. Bud Marvelous dropping to number 17. Cameron Sawyer at 18. Morgan Quinn at 19. And Prestige just knocking IKB down by 20 to finish out tonight's episode and this week's power rankings. That is all the time we have for AoK Championship Wrestling. Tune in again on Wednesday as we get that one step closer to WrestleMania. AoK style. You guys have a good night. I appreciate everybody being here. And as always, don't forget to wash behind your ears. It gets funky back there.